just bear with us. My man Phaze is going to take it to back in the day. He said he used to always start his shows off like this. He had to push the button.
I had to go back. I had to push the button and go back.
I think we need a start off like that because people got to see how much integrity we take with this work, man. That we're still going back to square one if we have to, just to get the job done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a sound check. Just make sure our mics are. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, our audio's good. I apologize for the videos. Not as good as it should be because this guy right here wanted to trip over the cord before we started, and now I need to get a new cable. So I wasn't gonna make this man not do a podcast, and he came all the way out here.
Yeah, well, we were gonna just postpone for another time, but as long as you can hear us, I think that's all that matters.
They can hear us, they can see us, and we could do another one too. So
times 10.
It is what it is.
Times 10, hey man. So first things first, I appreciate the invite. Appreciate the platform. Everybody loves to give some words, and it's been a long time coming. Me and Phaze always speak about connecting and coming together. I bet you a lot of other people that might tune into this will be like, yo, I always say we're going to connect and never do, man. Get up. Just take that motivation, get up and drive and make things work, bro. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, whoever doesn't know, this is my friend, Lamar L. Money.
Hey.
He can introduce himself and let everybody know what he does. He's been around the local scene for a long time, doing many things and still pushing. So, go ahead. Explain yourself.
All right. Well, first things first, I go by the name of L Money to the street area that we grew up in. Been a long time coming. For those that know me, see Facebook, Instagram, something of the sorts, Lamar Watson. Definitely love my Watson family. Shout out to all of them and everybody else in our growing up circle of that town of Bethlehem. What I currently do nowadays, this is social media creator. I look at it as started off as a musician, loving music as Phaze and the rest of y'all, and it grew. Took me to that place of video creation where a lot of people were like, hey, I need your services, and it started growing on that side of it, and brought me to photography and a lot of other things that a lot of us do, man, because as you see, as you're growing, you definitely can't let just one side be like, hey, I'm only one-sided. Like, you got to learn all them avenues of that game, and it definitely helps you promote and grow and learn yourself. So I'm definitely thankful.
Oh yeah, I've been going through a bunch of old stuff and trying to catalog things somewhat from back in the day, and I was going through videos and I was watching the old Killer Shame Quasa video.
Oh wow!
What the hell song was it? Portrait of a Killer.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, L Money's
we're
in the
running.
video.
Yeah, me and Meat. Me and Meatball at that time, but me and Meat Beast was running through the streets to be in that scene. That was a dope. That was a dope video.
Yeah,
man.
remember we found that dead dog?
Yes, that was we should uncharted lands.
Yeah,
in Allentown.
Just in the back of a building, just a dead dog.
I was in Allentown before they did some gentrification.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a good time.
It's good to clean up the dead dogs. Gentrification is good for that.
Yeah, because who else going to do it?
Just the whites. The whites are going to clean up the dead dogs.
That's why I was waiting for this one. All right. Hey, listen. I want to go on some topics. I didn't want to come on this show and just not have some fun with Phaze, because a lot of people just sit back. Don't mind me wiping my eyes. You got this room cold as shit, bro. I feel like I'm in the Arctic. And I'm
You're
high.
cold?
I'm high.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I feel cold at times. Don't mind me. But anyway, so I brought some topics to mess with Phaze, since he likes to mess with everyone else.
It is a revenge podcast for the world.
That might be it. If somebody's on my page right now, send me the questions that you would love me to ask this man right here. But in the meantime, all right, we'll go with this one. What do you think of blocking people on social media? Do you think that that's a relevant choice?
Watch your feet with the
cables.
Oh yeah,
my
there.
bad. I don't want to dog. So
I know.
blocking people on social media. What do you think?
I used to be against it. Now I am for it 100%. I never used to block anyone.
No?
But it got to a point where I just didn't want to deal with shit where I knew where it was going to. So I proactively block people.
So you block
I block them
prior.
before they could become a problem.
So you can tell somebody that's like, oh, this you're seeming like a problem. I'm just gonna block.
Yeah, you just like you can't. The person can't help themselves from like starting shit with me.
Okay.
Like I could tell.
So
I just proactively block them.
Okay, gotcha. So,
no more problem.
So blocking is definitely on your menu, but as of recently, it wasn't always.
Yeah, no, it was in the last 2019, 2020.
I think
I had somebody send something to my house, so that was like one of the last straws where I was like, okay,
yeah, but now
I got to block. I blocked like 1,000 people
online.
I used to have almost 5,000 friends.
Yes.
Now between them disowning me and me blocking people, over 1,000 people are gone.
So you. So anybody else wondering out there, I can't see this dude's face. He probably got you blocked, and he's not ashamed of it.
No,
but
absolutely
that's
not.
I guess that's
it's to save you from yourself, because I know that I trigger you, so you might as well just not look at what I say. I'm helping them.
So you're triggering these people on purpose?
No, I just do. I just say things and people are offended.
Okay, so it's the offense that they take from your rebuttal or maybe your initial phrases.
Yeah.
So so you talking made people block you, or you blocked them.
Yeah,
rather.
people block me too, but
more or less you. All right.
It's mostly me
Back
doing the blocking now.
Blocking.
Yeah.
We're not gonna stray from that. So blocking is allowed.
Blocking it. I love it.
All right.
I'm pro blocking.
I don't think even in a relationship you're blocking anybody. I don't care. You can watch. Just continue to watch, because
I don't even allow them to watch. Like I get in a little.
Come from another page anyway. They're coming from a fake page anyway.
I mean, they can
coming. They're coming.
My page now is private mostly.
Yeah.
I put some things public that I know aren't so triggering or anything like that. Then I'll make those ones public. But most of them I have private now. I have most of my shit private now, and it has brought much more peace to my life.
Well, good, and if blocking does help bring peace, yes, I salute all that. Definitely more peace for more people. Don't hold that grudge. That was another thing we were going to go on to from the blocking. So a lot of people will spend a full day arguing with somebody online. They never seen these people in their life, and they will argue all day and not let these things go, which drives us to that blocking side of it. Why doesn't that like, I don't even know where to go with that question, because sitting on that for all day is what I'm trying to say. Okay, you don't know me from square one. Say you have a disagreement in this podcast right now, and they're in the bottom, and they're writing, "Oh, fuck that dude. He's got green shorts." Okay, I might reply to that, but I'm not going to go further with that, because it's not really taking up my day. And I want to know where that comes from, like where somebody will just go back and forth like a whole day. Is that internal anger?
I think some people, yes. Me, I like the battle, or I used to. I used to like the battle and the debate. You
would be all dayer.
Yeah, I used to be. Not in an angry way, but like an energetic, but ready to prove my point way.
I got you. So like 300, we're all coming.
Yeah. It was like that. Rebuttal. It was the debate, and I think people should engage like that in your formative years, when you're learning things, and especially if you have, or if you feel you have something to say. Because I think you should refine your arguments and your logic.
That's
and it helps you to write it out and get it out.
I think a lot of people just go off of the anger, though. Like, if you say, all right, so say you say a whole lot of stuff in the thing. You wrote 100+ words. My rebuttal is 8.
Nobody's gonna do that. I try to refine it down.
Okay. Well, we'll give you 50.
I do it. I usually refine it down to you're retarded or you're gay.
Well, but that's a rebuttal to what what I was trying to say.
That's where I got to now. It's just like, you think that, you're gay.
If you say 100 words, a person will read one sentence out of that anyway.
Right.
So that's what I mean. So yes, you will go back. Oh, that was gay. But what if I said a lot of shit?
I reply now a lot with just no.
Like it didn't even have the answer to that?
Right,
like it had nothing to do with the question?
No.
All right, so here's one of those.
No.
So you're learning more and more about Phaze. He's going to block you, and he's going to throw you off. Okay, so we're getting that.
But yeah, once you do enough arguing with people over the years, like, you can't just go straight to telling people just no.
What do you get?
You have to have enough arguing throughout years of refining your argument. Like I
you argue with the same people all the time.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
They're all.
There was some people that do have a constant argumentative attitude
all the
online.
Time. Yeah.
So there is some people I bet you that would see my name in this podcast and just be like, "Ah, fuck that." So do you have that same energy? You think? Like from some people? Well, once upon a time. I'm not gonna say that happened today. Much love to everybody, but once upon a time.
No, there's not. There's.
It would be a pot stirred.
Yeah, there was always a specific group that I knew anytime I approached certain topics that they would reply to it and have an issue. So I knew who that circle was. So once I got to my tipping point of deciding to block people, like all those people they all went. And now I don't have as many problems.
So could you refrain sometimes on speaking? Like would it help?
Yeah, I hold back a lot.
So, in that case, that's why the new Phaze album is dropping now.
It is dropping sometime. I just don't know when.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that topic. But that's definitely good. Like it's good to hold in because I think sometimes if you're triggered, you spew something you wasn't really like you wanted to say it, but you wasn't trying to say it.
Right.
It might be.
I don't really get into that trouble on the internet really because
I think a lot of people do though.
I'm way better. A lot of people do. I'm way better at typing out my thoughts in a rational manner, or if not a rational manner, a comedic manner in my mind.
So you read it. Yeah, you're not comedic to everybody.
No.
I believe you're taking it as some dry humor, and some people do take it very offensive. Which a lot of people. I do the same thing. I talk like that.
Yeah, because there's no over text. There's no tone.
No, and that's the problem. I get that a lot. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I thought you meant," and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, so that's why whenever I get in an argument with somebody on the internet, and if they have a problem and they start to get you could tell agitated to a point of like anger or violence, I'm quick to apologize and just say I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry if you took it that way. I didn't mean it. We don't need to like.
Yeah. But do most people?
We don't need to end up in a situation where I see you in person, you want to fight me. Like I don't want to fight you. I'm an old man.
I seen a podcast the other day that said, "Don't tell another man that you don't want to fight. Just don't say it. Even if you don't, you just don't say it."
I mean, I guess people. It doesn't mean that I won't. But I just don't. I just don't want to. It's not my preference.
I understand you. I know exactly what you're saying. Nobody should want to fight in this day and age. Like we're not out here rescuing, like surviving off the land. Where I gotta like.
I'm on the wrong side of 30. I got bad knees.
Like the lights is burning me, bro.
Oh yeah, they'll do that.
It's cooking me with this.
Yeah, well, watch out them.
I'm black, man. It's bacon oil.
So yeah, I'd rather just like if you just don't like me, we could just not ever see each other.
But you know what sucks is that even if you think that's like the blocking thing. So like, all right, so say someone blocks
we
you. We
most likely are never going to run into each other. These
not
people
physically.
It happens from time to time. But if you see me, just be like, oh, I don't like that guy. Fine.
That's probably what he'll say or she'll say. Yeah, that's probably. But here's the thing: the trickery of today's age. Somebody doesn't like you. You have a new project dropping with said artist that you work with. Your product will still come before these people's eyes because they're on a platform which is social based.
Yeah.
So they kind of gotta accept that nowadays. So that's what I mean. Sometimes blocking people isn't that it's a mental block rather than a physical. Like I can't stop you from being seen at the ice cream truck.
For sure, but I'm no longer at that point where I'm trying to gain like nationwide notoriety for anything.
Nah, true.
So it doesn't really matter to me if it reaches them or not. It's not for them, and I'm content with where I am. So it to me it doesn't matter. I don't want their money. I don't want their attention. It's fine. Like I understand it used to be fun getting that feedback and the negative feedback because I always been the type to where there was this 50 Cent interview. I think he said it on a song too, where he was like, I need the hate. Like I need to use you for your energy.
Yes, I see. I did see that. He said he lives off that.
And I've always been like that too. Like when I first started rapping, we just started dissing people. Like it didn't even matter who. Like that's how I started rapping. We just like would throw shots at people for no reason.
Like local?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So this is like way back in the day, but
people are like who?
But yeah, so there. I started off with a lot of people not liking me.
Yeah, there's only a few groups from that time, so you can guess.
But I always transmuted the negative energy and used it to propel me forward, it would not inspire me, but it would motivate me and get me excited about competition.
I mean, there has to be some form of competition in this platform that we create in all creatives, because that helps you see like
like Michael Jordan says it all the time. If you watch the whatever it was, the Bulls documentary, where he would like create problems with somebody who didn't even know like they had an issue with him, or they didn't have an issue with him, but he like imagined them to like he cursed his mom out or something like that. He would just create a problem with them, like I don't like his shoes,
so they would come at him.
Guy. No, but in his mind, it would drive him more.
Oh, so he had no problem.
Creating a problem with this person that they don't even know about.
So it was a mental, personal issue. Oh, shit. So,
I think Kobe did that, too.
Do you have a problem with me internally?
No. No, I'm pretty zen right in this point of my life now. I'm very zen, comparatively.
If you had to have a problem with someone.
If I had to have a problem with somebody,
what would that make?
Who would be that person?
Like, why would that person? What would that person have to do? Like something just stupidly.
Just people being.
Because the internet. That's what I'm saying. Because the internet should not make a real life problem for you.
Me, like I said the other day, like I'm very much like a curmudgeon. When I walk outside, I get
curmudgeon.
I get annoyed.
At the bottom of the screen, right there.
I get annoyed by just like decisions people make, just walking out their house. If you have Crocs on, it upsets me. Outside.
See,
I would make them illegal, and if you don't pay that fine, you go to prison. So
Croc wearers beware.
Yeah, if I become king, things like that will be illegal.
These might be the reasons no one votes.
They shouldn't vote. I think there should be an IQ test for voting as well.
So if I take an IQ test, I can vote.
If you score above a certain...
What if they're above you?
If they're above me?
Can they still work for you?
Yeah. There's people who are less intelligent than other people that are better people.
Can they still be at
Usually
a higher
the
position?
Smartest people have a tendency for evil.
Smartest people are evil.
A lot of them, yeah.
That's a rhyme. So say, the smartest people are evil, the dumbest people are...
There's a lot of them that are bad as well, but it doesn't stop you from... Your intelligence doesn't... what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. It doesn't stop you from being a good person or a bad person. You could still be a great person and be like... You already know. Not that smart. You could be amazing.
That's where I'm at right now.
But I don't want you to fly my plane.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
But how do you know how smart they are if they're on the plane and you get on it and you just sit down?
You don't know, but that's why they have hiring practices.
So you're going to trust their HR and that
No,
case.
I don't. That's why I don't. Not anymore.
You haven't flown in a while?
No, not in a while.
Okay.
I don't trust them anymore.
Well, I'm getting my pilot's license, actually. So.
Are you really?
Yeah, so.
Are you being serious right now?
I was.
Now you're not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Hold on, please.
Murdoch said we're high. I don't smoke.
I'm fucking high, fam.
I don't smoke.
Man, shit. I've been high for a long time. But, all right, let's go on another topic. I can't even see over there. All right, let's see what this is.
Yeah, what else you got
for me? All right, I got some other stuff. All right, just go off the top, like especially since Murdoch chimed in. Like, all right, you've been working like lately. We're gonna go on the Phaze. I've been on like a Phaze interview.
I love Murdoch as an artist, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Word. I was gonna ask you, like, all right, so with artists that you work with, who do you think gives you like the best like good session? Like, as a worker, and it's not to down anybody else, but like this is like producer artist connection. Like sometimes it works like that, and artists kind of gotta have to see that, because some producers will work better with than others, you know what I mean?
Right. Everybody has a different workflow, So, I don't know who would be the best.
Let's not say best. Let's say more or less, like a project. Let's say if you're working on this, you ever bring an idea to an artist?
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes I seen you bring like, hey, look, the song sounds like this. In that case, what would you? Is it based, or is it just based off the song?
Pretty much. Like, if it's something like me bringing ideas to people, I think Slim's the most receptive to like. I could tell him to do anything. He'll try anything. He'll do anything.
It's just a different.
And then as long as we're in the same.
But I saw this
same room together.
I was with Tug the other day, and he said that he did a song with you, and that you actually changed the beat of that and put his verse on it. And I heard that verse, and I thought it was made like that.
Right.
And it wasn't. It was actually your second hear of it in your ear, and you recreated that. And that's where artists have to kind of sit back and be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you have to trust the producer. And me and Tug have a long relationship, too, but we never made a project together. And so we never really locked in, and he never got to, like, trust me as a producer to that point to where he's like, okay, you do your thing.
Yeah, because that was
different. A lot of artists
that was different.
Like to hold on
to
that control because they have a vision, and
I get it.
And they never had somebody give them direction.
Yeah, so it's like I came to the producer just because I wanted to record.
Right. But that happens because a lot of producers aren't really producers. They make the beat and the dude does the rap on it, and then that's the song.
True. It's not
so
like
there's never a working teamwork for the product.
I will say it again. It is fucking cold in here. So if anybody see me, I'm like,
I'm Caucasian, so I'm on the verge of sweating.
My man got me in the iceberg. I'm in the igloo right now, fam.
I'm almost sweating right now.
This man is anyway, but I definitely like. So that's artist input that I like to definitely.
Made the whole beat on vocals. No, me and Tug did a song for his new project, and we both just felt like the beat was it sounded a little dated, but we liked the song.
Yeah.
So I just kept.
Song was good.
I just kept remaking the beat until I found something that I felt.
So there was no drum on that beat actually. So no drum drops on that. It's just actually like a melody and then a snare, I believe.
I added some drums within the last couple of days,
but it didn't have it on that.
Light drums.
Okay, well, I got you. So like super light, like me, or is it like light like you?
Probably a little bit in between us.
All right. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. But yeah, Tug's more trusting of me now as a producer because I have ideas, and
You should have ideas.
I do. I have a lot of ideas. And I've been like putting together whole projects since I'm like 13 years old.
That's the difference too. A lot of people don't see that side of it. They think like, oh, Phaze, I just heard of him, so he must have just started creating. It's like, nah, it took me a long time to marinate this fucking name up, like to get to the status where people trust.
Yeah, since like 9th, 10th grade, been doing stuff. In high school, just putting together like original
like full
products.
Project, yeah.
And they weren't good, but there's a lot of even if you went back and listened to like my old shit from 14, 15, 16, 17, we would do like a new album like every year, and you could see I've been listening to it like nonstop the past 2 weeks, and you could feel
the growth.
You can hear it and feel all the growth. Pause.
Was that? Yeah, that was extra pause. But do you know that like at that time you was gonna go through with schooling and go further with that?
Yeah.
Or did you just say fuck it? Like, because what put you to school? Like a lot of people right now are learning early on producing and doing production. What made you say, nah, I need to go to this schooling outside of this? Because a lot of people just be like, nah, I'm gonna learn from the streets, man. Fuck all that.
I used to. Well, I mean, back in the day, there was no YouTube to learn from. So
exactly.
I used to want to play basketball. So once I stopped growing.
He said his knees hurt earlier.
Yeah, my knees hurt too now. I stopped growing. Now I'm like barely under 6 foot.
Good tell.
And they wouldn't let me on the high school basketball team.
That was biased.
It was. The coach literally told me that they don't want, when I moved to Northampton, he literally told me they don't want street ballers. because I came from Allen to go to Northampton.
My man came right in with the NBA Jam.
Yeah, and he was like, you know what? We just don't want street ballers here. And I was like, word? Like, that's what you're gonna tell me?
Yeah.
So I couldn't get on the basketball team.
Was there any black people on the team?
No.
All right, just want to make sure.
It would have just been me. I would have been the only black person on the team.
But yeah, since you started so early.
So then, I had been making music throughout high school, and then once that was not a thing anymore or an option, because I would have went to like a college with a basketball team because I would have tried to get on the basketball team, and then I would. I would have picked a major, but I would have
you like basketball over music.
Yeah, initially, yeah.
Oh shit! Fun fact: my man liked basketball over music.
Yeah, so I played City League, I played AAU leagues.
Oh shit!
So yeah, we went.
So if you have any of that footage, you know what I mean, put it behind one of his beats.
Yeah, we went to a couple championships for City League growing up for the teens and stuff. Oh. I never won. I was never like. I was like a pass first.
I
was a pass first point guard, so I wasn't like scoring 20 points a game and stuff like that. I was like a traditional point guard. I want to get other people the ball. Yeah.
So you got more assists.
So that transcends into the style of musician and producer I am. I prefer to take the back seat and pass other people the ball.
So now you see why he is this person. We're learning today.
It goes so well together for my personality because that's the type of basketball player I am. That's the type of artist I am too. Like if I need to step up, I will. I went out there and scored 14, 18-point games and take my team to the championship. Yeah. We lost, but
you still were there.
I wasn't the star player.
I got you.
That was somebody else's shot to take, and I passed it. This was for us to win the championship in the one year. I forget what year it was.
So you could have scored and you left somebody else.
It was the last seconds. We were down 1, and I went up for a layup. I was being contested, but I seen my guy. I don't know if you know Terry Klein. He's in prison now.
Man. Shout out Terry Klein.
But he was more open than I was as I was going up. So I went up and dumped it off to him, and he threw it up right next to the basket, and it sat on the rim, fell off, and I was like, I should have fucking put that shot up.
And he was down.
And we would have won. Yeah, we would have won. That was the last seconds. So that explains my life.
Terry Klein, man. Should have won. But yeah, that's good insight to learn about. It's exactly the style. If you see, definitely put together a lot of projects in the area, and salute to you on that. But also, it's just showing like, hey, he's giving a lot of people opportunities to do that and create. As long as you're an artist that's giving that back, because that's what feeds them. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep grinding artists out there, keep grinding people out there, and connect with my man Phaze, man. If you got some new heat for the street. Let me see what else we got.
Keep going. I don't know what time we're at here. I can't read how long we've been going. Usually go for like an hour.
Okay, well, they'll tell us when to shut the fuck up. All right, because it's just a phase. All right, let's get on some. Nah, I can't talk about women.
This is like a reverse of my podcast. This is me interview.
Yeah.
It's like you came to my podcast and you're the host.
Just took over. I was like, yo, bro, check this out. No one else is going to do this, so I'm pulling up. And then I had some ideas, and that's how we kind of went. Let's see. All right, I got another one. So a lot of people nowadays, they'll put a lot of big captions. Actually, I'll be a victim of that today. I put a caption over one of my pictures when I posted it. But like, I don't know what your personality is nowadays, because I don't see other work. We don't see people physically no more. We don't see them like in this form either. I can't hear nobody speak. I don't know if you can articulate. I don't know what you could do anymore, but I can read that caption, and I feel like that throws a lot of people off of who they really are today. And then you get that image, you get that perception, like, yeah, look how cooler I am because of my reciprocation of that phrase of what I use. You know what I'm saying? And it's no longer you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like impersonating. I don't know. So what's your take on that?
It can be just like putting up a front with captions.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people are. I mean, like, again, You see my caption today, man. I wrote it, but it was more encouragement of a caption than anything. Like I'll sit and chat with anybody, bro. If anybody knows me and still sees me in today, I'm pulling up anywhere and I'm talking with you like as a person. Like I don't sit back or hold back.
Yeah, I think there's just a whole lack of authenticity, especially on the internet.
Oh yeah, originality is lacking, and that's kind of where I go with the caption. So you wouldn't write like, "Hey, a sad day." You would never say like something's bad.
just like putting cliches out there, and
the grass is greener where you water it. Type.
Really,
you know what I mean? Whatever Drake song came out with this past week is what we're gonna write, and that's all good.
All that stuff really disgusts me.
That's what I mean. It takes away from that person now. Like, what really are you? Anymore,
right? And it's cool to do that if you're like just starting out. If you're trying to be whatever you're trying to be on the internet, an influencer or something, or artist.
Everybody's a fucking influencer.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
But
look at what we're doing right now.
If that's what you're trying to be, then you might need like a run and start putting cliche things out there until you find what your voice is and how you like to word things and what your message is going to be. Then you might need to do that for a little bit just to get your training wheels on.
I think that's the equivalent. I get what you're saying to get the feel of it, but then it's basically saying it's not for you. I guess that's like saying when I first started rapping, my first song I put out sounded like "If I Ruled the World" by Nas because I love that song so much.
Right.
So I copied off that same cadence.
Yeah, and then eventually you find what you like as an artist, you find your own voice.
I get you.
But, when you see people doing that and they're like just like a normal person and you're like, why? Why are you saying these things? You're just like
damn well in real life you don't talk like that.
Yeah, you don't talk like that.
You'll never.
You aren't even an internet personality whatsoever.
Do you think that could be anybody though nowadays?
It is. I mean, people have their small.
It's like such a. It's like we put a cap on anything though. And that's not even like that's. I hate that new word like that's cap. Honestly, to me, the cap does not mean that. But I don't want to put a cap on a category and say that's it falls into. But like anybody could be anything nowadays. Like you don't fucking. It sucks.
I mean, like as far as.
Like, what if the dude was that yesterday?
You have friends.
2 years from now, he's something else.
You have friends or your extended friend circle, people on the periphery, that they aren't anyone. Not saying that they aren't anyone.
See, that's what I mean. I get it.
They're just like living. A regular person
living,
but yet, not trying to yet on the internet they have
a presence,
some sort of persona, and you're like. What is this persona even? What is the internet persona even for? Like, you don't even do anything. You're just a guy.
You're just like the Lego action figure. I bought the town. I needed someone to just stand there to look like you're in the Western town.
You go to work and you come home and like that is your life. You don't do anything. You don't you're not interesting. That's not to say like these people aren't like good people or anything. But you're not interesting at all. You're just a guy who works, which is fine. But why try to have this persona that you have?
I think that it's like them coming back alive.
Maybe it's like, weird. I don't know. It's like being yourself. A furry. Like they're being a furry. The furries.
I can't relate to what that would be like. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Could be what.
Yeah, that's why I have that cow head right there because I am a furry actually.
Do you think people that paid for that stamp of approval on their social media made out? Like, is it helping them?
I guess it can help you on Twitter now because they pay out. They do like this crowd fund sharing for people who have the check mark.
Did you have to pay for it in Facebook and in Twitter?
No, they're separate.
That's what
you only get it for Facebook and Instagram because they're the same company.
That's what I'm saying. So you had to pay for it. If you want it on Twitter, you got to pay for it. If you want it on Facebook, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So do you think they're making out?
Not on Facebook and Instagram. Those are like, they're pretty much dead.
So, how long? I think that started in March. It's a couple dollars, like $15 a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I just bought a Wawa hoagie. I got $10, so I could have got a hoagie.
I think Facebook and Instagram are pretty much dead. Like Instagram's not the same as it was when it first started.
I think it's maybe because it is dying. That's where these people are coming from that are in the smaller platform. They're trying to grow up with it, so that's why they have to have that persona and responding. And
yeah, like the kids, the newer generation isn't really on Instagram. They're on TikTok and stuff.
Oh, TikTok?
And that's why like Facebook and Instagram tried to like adopt Reels.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it doesn't really work. Even though, I mean, TikTok doesn't really even work either because it's all fake.
The numbers are
fake.
Yeah, they pick and choose.
The reach is fake because if it was real and it translated, then
people are making some money though. I ain't gonna lie. There's some people making some money.
Oh,
they're selling some products.
Yeah,
I seen it firsthand. There's some stuff going on there, so it does work. But it's definitely falsified information.
Work for what, though?
Yeah, I don't know what they're using it for. Right. I don't know what they're using it for. I don't know. I didn't put my banking information. They told me I could have started a page. I had a lot of followers.
It's not working for...
Shit. I don't want it.
It's not working for musicians that same way.
Nah, it's not. And because they could tell who's who. They could tell who's doing what and what content you're putting out.
Yeah, it's not translating, or else Lil Baby would be selling out arenas, and he's not. He has to cancel his shows.
Oh, shout out to that! I'm going to the Nas and Wu-Tang concert.
Yeah, and they're still selling tickets.
That's gonna be fire. Atlantic City, if you're out there, you.
Yeah, so all that shit is dead. TikTok will be dead soon because.
What? You think it's gonna be dead?
Yeah, I mean there'll probably be a version of it. Because
like the Americanized version?
Yeah, like short form content. Like I said this before. This is a good catchphrase. Short form content doesn't last long.
Ding ding ding.
Just like remember Vine?
I remember that.
Where's Vine?
I thought Instagram took it. Like they bought it.
They may have, but
and then they took it and then they shut it
they
down.
Did,
on purpose.
like, yeah, they did. Like
that's what they did. They were like, we want to kill it because it can't grow bigger than us.
And it doesn't work. Like it doesn't translate. Like the reels and the stories, they try to integrate all the same things onto every single platform. So like, what is the distinction between any of these platforms anymore?
Yeah,
when you could do every single thing on every single platform.
One thing I don't like is we'll go back to your originality. People that steal videos from other platforms to put them on another platform just so they can get the first views from it.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling that at all, and that's where it lacks the originality. So that if anything I create can be stolen and you can utilize it and get those views from it, it's kind of upsetting to a real creator. And as well as now I'm seeing if you have a skit or parody, people are just cartooning it and making their own, and that's kind of the same way. You're taking away my creativity so you can gain views, and I get nothing from that unless you copyright your audio. Learn about those type of things, guys, in that short form content nowadays.
At the same time, I think there's too much copywriting.
True, but if you put it on YouTube, I think in a podcast form of this nature, I think you can copyright that.
Yeah, like when
you can't do the short ones,
like on my profiles, and when I go live or do shows or anything, none of this isn't monetized. No. My YouTube isn't monetized. My live streams aren't monetized. So whatever I'm using within these things, why should I get a copyright strike if I'm not making any money whatsoever? Like I'm not monetizing these things.
What if you did make money out of nowhere?
How? I'm not monetized.
Like in a future, I guess.
Like somebody pays me cash later. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know.
So I get a copyright strike because somebody may pay me later. Why? It's so dumb.
I gotta look. I gotta check that out.
So I can't have like incidental music playing. Like I still get copyright strikes from we did one of the first verses back in 2020 when they were trying to figure out. It's all good. Whenever they were trying to figure out verses back in 2020. I was like, this could be a good idea, but these guys are millionaires. Their audio sucks and their video sucks. What is going on here? Nobody knows how to connect a microphone and a camera together and live stream it. So me and Jeremiah did the beat battle versus.
Yeah, I remember.
And I still get copyright strikes from that. Still to this day. because we played other songs during the beat battle.
I got you. Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm not making any money from it. Why? Why can't I just like play a song on a personal
live stream? What's even worse is that they're listening through this whole shit and scanning it with some type of device to find just that little bit.
Right.
In this whole hour of
it transcribe it, and it goes into some database.
Well, we should definitely try it. We're gonna try to make some money, and we're gonna teach you guys.
The internet is the Akashic record.
The who?
The Akashic record.
The internet is the Akashic record.
Yeah.
Okay. Jot that down. So, boom, boom, boom. We're gonna just jumping around. I got a lot of weird questions. He skipped some of them, guys. Just want to let you know that. Pause.
Yeah, we got to skip some of them.
Yeah. That was another thing when I asked, like, speaking like someone's personality. Like, we don't know what they sound like, but we'll get off of that one. So what do you think is worse in today's society, a man or a woman on social media? Like, what do you think is abuse of social media? Like, because guys, I feel like they only could use like for their promotion of content. You know what I mean? I could do that, but I feel like a woman can overly abuse it. Because
I feel like 95% of women shouldn't even have access to the internet.
This is true, and that's what I mean. It gives an overbearing sense of entitlement to something because you feel the attention. So you're like, well, I'm better than what I am, and that kind of
most of them use it differently than.
It's a falsification, bro.
I mean, I guess some men use it the same way. Like the entire internet is almost like just the entire internet is Tinder, kind of.
Very tender. And that's why I said. So now I have this. Since we're here and we can speak on it, that's why I said I will speak. I think that a lot of women definitely utilize these platforms to kind of gauge their sense of look at where I can go attention, but behind closed doors, look at these people like who I am, but outside I don't feel that way. I think it's more women than men, and not to say like, oh, women utilize makeup, women utilize a lot of stuff. I have to be the same man outside, whether I'm sick or whatever it is. I have to come outside and show my face. I feel like a woman
we have hats for that.
That's hat day. You know what I mean? So I came. Hey, shout out to make a statement. But anyway, that's all I could do to kind of give up a different look. I feel like women take that and now, like, even on their worst days, they have that pretty look or that filter that gives them that that I needed that extra cheer, and we're not going to get that same.
Right.
cheer.
No, there's no filter for
every man. Every man is not getting the same. Nah,
there's no 6-pack filter.
There might be though. Pause on me knowing that, but there might be.
You've been utilizing it, is what you're saying. He's been using it. He looks thin now on the screen. He's not in person.
I'm overweight, and I've been trying to put this filter. I was like, Phaze, stay away from me. Keep this pillow distance so I can get my filter right on this side of the fence.
Right.
But nonetheless, I think that's a definitely a crippling crutch that a lot of people would not be ready for.
You ever
adjustment.
You ever heard of the dead internet theory?
No, I didn't. What's that say?
It's like a conspiracy theory that they say that like whatever percentage, I forget what they say, 80-90% of people and comments and reviews and things on the internet are just bots.
I did hear something of that sort, not that high of a number, but I definitely heard something of the sort that there's a lot of rubbish.
I think there's something to that.
I wouldn't doubt it because it definitely has to stay afloat. There isn't a lot, but here's where you can fault that. Now, we might see that on a site of that magnitude. Not on my Facebook though. On my Facebook, that's fucking Maria and Timmy and John.
Facebook is
Joe.
It's for old people now.
But it's them. It's not like an AI. It's not a bot talking on that platform. Now, if I go on a Walmart review and it's a fucking
there's definitely Facebook
a vitamin, then there's a fucking dude that's going to be on there. It's like, I love them, and that is false.
There's mad bots on there doing reviews.
On the review side, but I don't think like on our Facebook stuff.
Facebook too. Like when you get into arguments and shit, like I used to, there would just used to be like
some bots would appear.
No, there just used to be
the bot cops.
There used to be random people that like I'm not friends with
that would just
coming on to
was
the
it a public
posts.
feed type shit?
Yeah.
Are you just like spewing information in like random groups and stuff, and you have just attacking?
No,
okay.
I would.
Make sure
I would.
you're not the culprit here.
I would rarely ever even go on to somebody else's post and comment.
No?
Rarely ever go on to somebody else's, unless like I'm trying to say something funny to a friend. But like whenever
you said some stuff in my comment one time, and I'm like, I had to just skip over it.
But I would never really often go into like someone I don't know's comment section and be like, "You're retarded." I only do that in response to people who come on to mine.
So if somebody was arguing with you the day before, next day they post something random, you're just gonna go on their post and might put, "You're retarded."
I might like laugh, put the laugh emoji on there or something.
So it's petty.
Yeah.
It's still petty.
But I don't ever feel away. It's like,
did Facebook make you change your name?
I changed it multiple times.
And how'd you feel about that?
I love it.
What if they said you could let it be anything one time and then that you never change it again? What would you change it to?
I would just leave it as it is. It's too hard to think of another one. I think I'm at my final name, maybe.
Yeah.
Old Man Witherspoon might be my next one.
See, you missed it. You said no. You were good. It would have been good, though. That definitely would have been good. All right. Let's see. Dig into the crates again. Maybe you have a question. Maybe you have something. We sat there long enough. Maybe you have a topic, sir.
I'm in response mode now.
I like that.
You completely took me out of interviewer mode.
Awesome. I'm glad I could change it for a little bit. I got you. All right. Here's one. A lot of people keep a lot of text in their phone for like this, like a feed for like ever. What is that? I had to just erase the other day, and I didn't notice how much space I was using.
Me too.
Like I have a fucking feed with somebody from like 2020. Like why?
No, I've ones from like 2012.
Why?
It's just there.
Oh my god.
It's too much to go through.
Just erase. We slide over, delete. Like what are we holding on?
No, I've done that recently.
I need that space back, bro. Like I be paying Apple for these space, and then I'm not. It's not even. I'm being beat because they only have X amount, but my phone holds more. So I be thinking I don't have enough.
Right.
And I'm ready to pay again. And I think there's a little cycle of beating. Like,
yeah,
this is modern day slavery. This whooping's real.
You know, there's certain people in your contacts, you know, you're longtime friends with, and then like there's like pictures within your guys' conversations and stuff, and you're like, I talk to this guy a lot, but I don't want to delete like all the old pictures or something like that.
I wonder if there's a way to like connect like our phone and like just get that info from that.
But yeah, you got to delete a lot of shit.
Yeah,
it's been we've had iPhones for too long and smartphones for a good 15 years, give or take. So that's a lot of.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because you always, when did they start having iPhones? 2007 or something like that. So I didn't adopt probably till later, like.
Hey, my first was a 5.
2012.
iPhone 5.
So good 10 years. I've had iPhones, and then you get the new one, and then you sync it, and then you have all that data from previous in your new one. And you just keep doing that, and you're like,
I never start a new phone. That's what I thought that too. I'm like, I never start fresh. Like it even comes with the text.
Yeah.
Like that's what I be saying. Like we got to find like, all right, man. You know what? We'll talk again.
Right.
We will start this over.
Keep the.
I will start a new pattern with you again. But I gotta get this shit out of here right now. And then I don't know.
They have little USB drives that plug into your phone now.
I saw that.
I need to get one because. I'm like a hoarder of. I don't know. It's the white guy in me. Like I'm like I want to.
He said it.
I want to archive things.
And, you want them like organized?
Yeah, like
stashed up. I got you.
Dude, I still have almost every song I ever made. Back to 13 years old.
Some of you can't find.
I'm the only one who has these things.
Good shit, bro. I did the same. I feel you.
I still have almost all the songs that we ever did with Rick and everybody back to 2005.
Are they in your phone?
6. No, not in my phone. I don't got enough space. Got all them text messages in there.
Saving that 2012 message.
But on these drives over here, I have all of them. So there's been a couple times where the computer has crashed and died, so we lost shit here and there.
Damn.
But for the most part, I have mostly everything.
It's like the Wu-Tang when like the RZA had that basement.
Yeah, kind of.
That's real life.
There was no flood, but I think the computer crashed one time, and then the next time we used up all the memory, so it reset and started to overwrite previous things.
Yeah, I know a lot of the producers can relate on that. For sure.
Yeah.
Computer die. A lot of the directors, computer fail, crash on you right then on the site, man.
Lose everything.
That is
it's a sad time. It's very.
And the artists and the artists need to start learning that this shit is no joke. On our side, we ain't want that to happen. So you be in the middle of recording somebody, and they think it's like, oh, this is what the fuck, yo.
Yeah, it's at the studio. They don't keep records of shit. It's like, dude, you know how much like Google pays, like all the shit that's on the internet. It costs to save everything. It's on servers. They pay for server space for all this data. Like
true.
Everything on the internet goes to a server and it gets stored there. It's not just like
floating.
Yeah, it's not floating through space. It's on a computer somewhere.
Yeah, catch me
somewhere.
Yeah,
it's on a computer.
And it's being sent to them.
And it costs money to keep it there. Once that server goes down, like you go back to MySpace, go back to your old MySpace, see if everything's still there. Not everything.
Nah.
There's a couple things left over.
Yeah, some stuff is there still. I try to
not
find
everything.
some of my songs.
And then if you don't go back and get that stuff, your pictures or whatever you wanted to save from back then, once they stop paying for that server,
all my top 8, man.
Yeah, once they stop paying for the server, your shit is gone forever.
Yeah, that's just
it's the same thing. So I have music for 20 years
stashed.
Nobody paid me no money to keep this shit.
He's gonna come out of hopefully. You know what I've been waiting for?
It's the hoarder in me that keeps it.
I'm the same way, and I'm waiting for this. I want everybody to hear me say it right now. One of y'all is gonna pop off and become famous, and I'm bringing out all the content that I got, and I'm gonna come with y'all. And I'm be like, I had this in the tuck, and y'all thought I got rid of it.
You're gonna be I'm
gonna be that
Cootie,
guy.
the Kanye guy who saved this documentary for fucking 20 years.
That's it.
And then you're like, I got this unreleased documentary on this guy.
Hey, sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
for sure. That's what you got to do.
It's grinding a long time. I had to hold that stuff, like you said, man. Where was it?
I still got shit too. I got mad footage.
I got some hard drives for days. People gonna hit me up like, yo, you still got
unreleased videos.
Yep.
There's certain shit too when you go back and look through your archives, shit that you did in the moment, and you were like, I don't like it, and it never gets put out. You go back and look at it, and you're like,
that could be something.
No, this is kind of fire.
This could be something now, and it's that's what it's about too. I think it's art at a time and a place, creative aspect. So it's like your eye can see one thing and it's kind of whack. It's like a beat. How many beats you made that was like a while ago, that shit was whack?
Yeah.
You turn that shit on, you're like, oh, this actually.
I hate it. I've been in
hate it worse.
I've been in the process for the past like a month or so where I just hate everything. But you still make some things. Yeah.
He's himself. Yeah, I
just hate it all, and then you make it, and you're like.
I walked in here and the shit was on, so he must have been making something, but he was making some whack shit that he doesn't like.
No, I like what I just made.
Oh. We're gonna sample it one day, maybe later.
Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to talk on? We probably been going for an hour. Let me see.
Yeah, this is my bad, guys. We're just rambling along.
We're just coming up on an hour, like perfect timing.
This is perfect. So that means I don't. We don't have to really talk about nothing else. I want to definitely shout out our area. I see a lot of growth. I see a lot of people doing their thing. Still grinding for a long time. I work with a lot of people from here, there, and everywhere. So I definitely want to give
absolutely
a
shout out what you do, because you didn't talk about yourself this whole time.
Hey man, listen, fuck me. Nobody's worried about me, and it's about what I know in anything. So it's like I'd rather give more information towards somebody than to worry about who the hell I am.
But he does things,
and that's what and that's what matters.
That should be your tagline. Prime Media Works. I do things,
and that's it. Where my names need to be known,
I do stuff.
Is where it's at. You don't know nobody that if you see a commercial for fucking Pepsi, you don't know who filmed that. You just know it's a Pepsi commercial. That's the reality of life. If anything, if I could teach anybody anything, just get to the money. Don't worry about the name. You know what I mean? Just go, do what you could do.
Yeah, look them up. Prime Media Works, L Money, Instagram, Facebook. Give them money.
Prime Media works. And I don't send me no money. But if you like to send me some likes, I like that. All right, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. No pause involved. There's real shit on the internet, bro. There's nothing I can do about likes and shares and shit. Hugs and give love.
No doubt. Well, we'll see you guys next time. I'll have my camera back running. I need to go get a new cable, and I'll be back soon. All right.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, shout out to the dog. Shout out to all my peoples.
Yeah,